what the hell has been going on with Bitcoin Core and this contentious bad terminology.
Don't worry, guys, he's new.
Don't say the F word. Don't say the F word. This contentious push for this change. Do you want to maybe tap on it a little bit?
Yeah, so essentially it looks like Core is going forward with the pull request from Peter Todd that was getting rid of the data carrier size limit on op return. And the part that really grinds my gears is removing the ability to configure it. So it's not even like default, we're not going to have a limit. It's you can't go in and change it as well too. And regardless of where you come down in this debate, I think that the way that it's moving forward with a clear lack of social consensus is kind of concerning, right? That's a little bit of a warning flag. It's like, hey guys, like even if you think this is the right move, it's not that we necessarily have to do it now, right? In Bitcoin, some of the best advice I ever got from NVK. In Bitcoin, don't rush to do anything, right? You never want to panic, you never want to rush. And this feels like it's being forced through in record time, which should be a major warning sign. If it was any other situation, maybe it's this one too, I would consider it a scam. If someone told me that they were being rushed or pushed into an urgent, like, oh my God, something's not safe, I would go, that's a red flag for a scam, dude. Slow down, check it out. So with that, Ben, what are your thoughts?
Well, what I want to say is I think that the check on actions like this is people being able to run whatever client they want. And so we've seen some shifts in that. I want to bring up Clark Moody dashboard here because it keeps track. It keeps track of a whole bunch of different metrics. But over here on the far right beside our faces here, you can see top node versions. And you actually see Knots has been climbing the ranks here. It's now actually, in terms of percentage, it's above the number of nodes running Knots are above the latest version of Core. Now, it's nowhere near like a majority or anything like that, but Knots was down in the 2 or 3% range not that long ago.
Dude, beginning of March, it was sub like 1.6 I was finding. And back then, when at the mid to early March, when it was hitting like 1.6 numbers, people were talking about that like, oh my God, it's growing so fast.
Yeah. So again, what is Knots? It basically allows those configurabilities. You don't have to turn on those filters, but you can. And so like I'll just show you right now. I did a tutorial on Knots earlier in the week. So far 10,000 people have gone through and watched how to run Knots on either desktop. So you don't have to have a plug and play device. You can just run it on your desktop and connect Sparrow Wallet to it pretty easily. But if you have an Umbrel or a Start9, you can run it on there as well. So I go through kind of the details of how to do that. But I just really quick want to show here. So like here's the Bitcoin node on Umbrel, just as an example. And so if you go into advanced settings, it gives you all these like little toggle switches like, hey, do you want to relay transactions with embedded data? Do you want to reject certain types of transactions that are non-monetary token transactions? You can click it on to filter those things out so that you're not hosting those things in your mempool, and it's all configurable here. And so you can pretty much filter whatever you want, and then you can link your wallet to it, and that's your node. And so, at the end of the day, if non-monetary transactions are mined and added to the blockchain, you still have a copy of it but in terms of the mempool, which is the transactions and waiting, you do have control over that, which can slow the propagation of those, maybe force people to find other ways to do it. But it's more just kind of a show that, hey, Bitcoin, if you're trying to push something that is clearly contentious into production, then people will choose other alternatives. And I think that's the more powerful message of just, hey, like, we don't like this. Okay, we're going to run something else. If that's how you feel, then go do that. Absolutely. And in that same vein, I've got a session suggestion. And I've been playing around with something new this week, and it is called Parmanode. And so Armin the Parman has made this. It's a pre-installed, fully synced Bitcoin machine. And so what you can do is you can actually run this yourself. So I've just been I'm running it just on an old Intel Nook that I've got sitting here. It's kind of slow, the device I have, but I think I'm gonna order like a pre-built one from him. But it defaults to Bitcoin nonce, and then you just have like a little terminal window. You can actually have like a pre-install or like set up like Sparrow and everything, and it all just runs in tandem. It's pretty slick. I like it, and you can like get it from him as like a laptop. It'll come completely prefab, or as like a little Nook. It's pretty cool, and you can install whatever you want. He's also got these really badass ones, Parma drive, and it's like full data sovereignty, and it looks well. I'm kind of tempted to do this because it just looks so badass. But shout out to Armin the Parman, because I'm having a lot of fun, and mine is syncing up as we speak. So I'm pretty excited to get hands on and actually start playing with it. So I don't know, man. What do you think? Are you running nonce yourself?
I'm running nonce, and I gotta say, I absolutely love that we got more people building different options in the space. It just warms my heart when I see entrepreneurial and builders in Bitcoin. So like that's awesome, and I can't wait to come try it out in your office because I don't have any extra cash at the moment. It's speaking which, funny enough, I just had to throw this in there. I couldn't help but laugh at like that the 5,000 balance at RBC, because how many Bitcoiners who are like Bitcoin wealthy would be under that limit because they just never keep anything in fiat, so they can't pull $1,000 out of the bank. But going back to it, I'm definitely running nonce. I know I'm not the most technical person and I might not have the right answer, but again, I love the adversarial environment, and I love that we have some competition in the space as well too. And a lot of the arguments against it or in favor of removing the data carrier system, I'm just not persuaded by. I think part of it also comes to kind of an engineering versus a philosophical standpoint, and whether or not we're kind of acting in advance of things or looking back. So even, for example, I've heard some arguments regarding the ability to scale that'll help, with scaling options on top of Bitcoin. And my default position is, even if it was Lightning, I'm not sacrificing anything on main chain to scale.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then I heard some other comments about like, well, you can just circumvent the network by going straight to these centralized miners. I'm like, yeah, that's a problem, but we don't have to make life easier for them. And I think that is also being corrected as well too. So the combination of notes and Ocean and Datum and everything that's going on, I don't think this move was necessary. I think that even some of the threats they were talking about would have worked themselves out over time, and that we should have been more adversarial to people who want to draw shit on our money.
Nice. I love that. Now, I've got one additional suggestion where we hadn't announced this yet, but we're going to start doing giveaways, monthly giveaways. And I don't feel I'm overselling it when I say they're going to be fucking awesome, because first official announcement, every single month we're giving away a cold card queue, which is badass. And so how do you get that? Wait, Nathan's do show.
I did my Vanna White one. I just got the sexy red one. Thank you, D. I love it.
Pretty sweet. I like that. So yeah, we're going to be giving away a cold card queue every single month. And the way that you get it is just head over to my website, which is btcsessions.ca. I think I got a QR code for that. Do I? No, I don't. I'll fix that later. But anyways, head over to btcsessions.ca, scroll down till you see the cold card queue, and sign up for the mailing list. And there's a weekly newsletter that's just a recap of all the awesome stuff that we've done this week. And we're going to pick a random subscriber to the newsletter every single month, and we'll just give you a cold card queue. CoinKite will send it directly to you. I'm super stoked about it. Rodolfo was saying, yeah, let's do it. Screw it. We're doing it. So cold card queue on the monthly. Head to btcsessions.ca and just scroll down and sign up for the newsletter. And I think starting next month, we're gonna start slinging cold cards every single month. So it's pretty exciting to me. I think that's gonna be sweet.
Oh, dude, absolutely. For anybody who hasn't got one, it is my favorite device. It is the one that I love most. And there's been a number of instances. I've had a busy week educating and helping onboard some new people as well too. And without throwing shade, they were on other devices, and we were just running into hurdle after hurdle after hurdle because features that I have on the cold card, I was like, oh, let's just use this. Nope, that's not available on that device. So now I got to figure out some sly roundabout way to do everything securely. So if you haven't got one, check it out. If you want one for free, sign up for the newsletter. And I suggest the red. The black is also quite sexy.
Yeah, I like the gold, the little
Oh, the
gold.
little gold flakes.
It's Peter Schiff is twitching somewhere.